What's up guys, it's Toby here and welcome back to a very exciting Liverpool transfer news video, because Timo Werner looks like a Liverpool signing more and more every single day, because James Pearce, who is a very well-connected journalist, he used to work for the Liverpool Echo, said this about Timo Werner. I would be very surprised if he doesn't sign for Liverpool now, because I wouldn't say anything is definite, but especially after what happened with Fekir a couple of years ago. However, clearly the player himself, Timo Werner, is very keen on coming to Liverpool, and Jurgen Klopp really likes him. Also, he is available at a decent fee, around £50 million, and some even say that his release clause could be even half of that. Some rumors say that it could be half of that. So what do you think about that? And we will talk about what Jurgen Klopp especially said about Timo Werner, what Timo Werner said about Liverpool, and also many other transfer news, and how Jurgen Klopp and the Liverpool squad reacted to losing so heavily against Watford. So if you enjoy these types of videos, leave a like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you never miss all the latest Liverpool transfer news. And let me know in the comments below, do you think Timo Werner is the best option for Liverpool if they want to sign an attacking player? I personally think so, but I want to hear your opinion as well. So James Pearce continued, Timo Werner is available at a decent fee. Discussions haven't opened yet, but I would expect Liverpool to make an approach in the coming weeks. That's what James Pearce said, and this would fall in line with what Liverpool usually do in the transfer market, because with Fabinho, with Alisson, and with other big players, Liverpool started the negotiations as early as March, and by the time the transfer window opened, everything was signed, sealed, and delivered. Basically, Liverpool don't want to leave it until the last minute. And also, Timo Werner probably has a lot of suitors, a lot of other clubs interested in him. Manchester United, one of them, Bayern Munich, another, even Atletico Madrid, I heard, was interested in Timo Werner. But Liverpool are his favorite destination, because this is what he said about Liverpool, and it's kind of an open secret that Timo Werner wants to join Liverpool, and I think it's very smart from Werner to openly flirt with Liverpool basically during his interviews. This is what he said. Jurgen Klopp is the best coach in the world. I think Liverpool, the team's style of play, would suit my game, and that's just incredible. I mean, I haven't heard any other big player before a transfer speaking so openly about potentially playing in another team, and even saying that team's playing style would suit his game so much. I think that's incredible. And Timo Werner already has 27 goals this season. Leipzig recently won 5-0 against Schalke away from home, and Jurgen Klopp spoke out about Timo Werner because he was asked what he thinks about Timo Werner, and he said that I have nothing to say about the potential transfer specifically, but I always prefer when other players talk about us, it's something positive. From that point of view, it's obviously nice, but that's all there is to say. Of course, I always prefer, these are Jurgen Klopp's words, I always prefer other players to talk about Liverpool like it's not the last club that I would want to play for. And of course, if other players compliment Liverpool, that's always welcome, always nice. But of course, Jurgen Klopp won't publicly say that Liverpool are working on signing Timo Werner or anything like that. And also, a very interesting thing happened on Twitter. After Liverpool posted that we lost to Watford 3-0, the RB Leipzig official Twitter account replied with a Timo Werner meme where Timo Werner is holding his phone like this, and he's like, he made a face like that. That's what the official Leipzig account, basically trying to banter or troll the Liverpool fans and the Liverpool account. And what happened next is very interesting and very curious, and I'm not sure what to make of it. Timo Werner unfollowed Leipzig from his Twitter account. Previously, he was following 4 accounts. A Twitter user actually found out about this. So previously he was following 4 accounts. One of them was Adidas Football, the other was of course the German national team, RB Leipzig, and Out of Context Football, interestingly. And then he unfollowed all of those accounts. So I'm not sure if it means anything, but maybe Timo Werner wasn't really keen or wasn't happy with the official RB Leipzig account bantering Liverpool with his meme, using his own meme. And I think that Timo Werner is already like a fan of Liverpool. He watches Liverpool probably many times. He watched us play, and he was probably dreaming about going to Liverpool already. And some fans, the replies to that when a Twitter user posted that Timo Werner unfollowed RB Leipzig, the replies of Liverpool fans were hilarious. One of the Liverpool fans said, "Wow, that's the weirdest player announcement that I've ever seen." Which I absolutely love. The banter on football Twitter, and especially on Liverpool Twitter, is just is just second to none. So I think it's only a matter of time until it's officially announced that Timo Werner will be a Liverpool player, because I really think that it makes sense from all angles if you look at it from all perspectives. Even if Timo Werner might not play as much at Liverpool at first, as much as he plays right now at Leipzig, you have to take it into consideration that signing for Liverpool, who are currently the best team in the world, is not a chance that comes around too often. It's not an opportunity that every player has. And Timo Werner probably knows this, that if Liverpool approach him, either he says yes right now when the approachment is made, or that chance might be gone forever. And also Timo Werner, of course, is German. He knows Jurgen Klopp. He knows what a brilliant team Liverpool is. He knows everything about Liverpool that is needed to know about how attractive the club is right now. And I think we have a much better, much bigger chance of winning the Champions League, winning trophies and titles in the next 3 or 4 years. Yes, RB Leipzig are a very good club, and they are fighting for the Bundesliga. They are fighting to get to the quarterfinals, the semifinals of the Champions League. But remember, Leipzig is a new club. It was founded not too long ago because of Red Bull buying a smaller German club and building them up with money. So they don't really have the history of a Champions League winners, and they don't really certainly have the fan base of Liverpool around the world. And also they don't have probably as many good players as Liverpool have. So overall, Liverpool are just on another level to pretty much almost every single club in Germany, maybe apart from Bayern Munich. But even if you take a look at Bayern Munich, even Liverpool are above Bayern Munich in my opinion right now as well. If you just take the performances of Liverpool, like last season, we weren't as good as this season, and we comfortably beat Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena 3-1. I still consider that one of our best results under Jurgen Klopp, maybe alongside the Barcelona 4-0 game. That is just out of this world. But beating Bayern Munich at their own ground 3-1 quite comfortably is an absolutely incredible result. And what I also want to talk about is that Timo Werner, I think secretly, or maybe not so secretly, already he's praying that Liverpool make an approach. And I think Jurgen Klopp just waiting for the right time to come. There is this release clause that is active until April. So if Liverpool make the approach before April, or before the release clause expires, then I think it's a done deal. Because Timo Werner, like how open can you get in an interview? You can't get more open than what Timo Werner did. And it's so refreshing to see a footballer not just answering the usually cliched PR answer, but a footballer like Timo Werner being honest in a post-match interview and saying, yes, I like how Liverpool play. I think my style would fit them perfectly. Klopp is the best manager in the world. I mean, that's just maybe Timo Werner fanboying over Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, and it's very refreshing to see, to be honest. Also, I wanted to talk about how Lovren reacted to the defeat, and just before I tell you guys what Lovren said after the Watford game, I have to ask everyone, don't post personal insults and threats and harassment on Lovren's social media, on Instagram. I saw quite a few Liverpool fans going over. And this happens after almost every game where Lovren plays badly or makes a mistake. I mean, he's just a football player. He's a human. It's not that deep. You shouldn't go there to his personal account and just wish him like all the worst things in the world, because that's not how Liverpool fans should behave. But Liverpool have such a big fan base that we have some bad eggs, if you like, among our fan base. Let me say it like that. So I really hope that most of you guys probably know better who are watching this video, but if you are a fan who likes to abuse players after a defeat, just give them encouragement, constructive criticism, but criticism that is about their football and not about their personality or their like family or their personal life, because that's just not acceptable in my opinion. It's 2020, you shouldn't be behaving like this if you are a fan of any football club, not just Liverpool fans. And now that's out of the way, I wanted to just address this. Let's see what Lovren said after the Watford defeat. It's strange, to be honest. It hurts, it really hurts. A defeat is a defeat, but you know, this was strange. Right from the beginning until the end, it was we were missing the usual things that we usually have. We deserve to lose. Maybe it is a wake-up call for us. If you look back at the last couple of games, the result was there and we got the performance that we needed. But I think this was a proper wake-up call to everyone. I don't want to say that it is good, but you know what I mean. It can be a benefit to help us get to the end of the season. We need to remember how it should be. Yes, we are nearly there for the title, but the performance means that the assessment was simple. We didn't deserve anything. We are calm, everybody knows it's something that we should learn from. The manager looked at us when he came into the dressing room and he knew that we knew it wasn't our best performance. We felt a little bit ashamed, you know. We should have done better. There is no excuse for that performance. And I love that about Lovren, that he is actually taking responsibility and saying how it is, that it's just not good enough. Virgil van Dijk also came out after the game saying that it was just not good enough. We need to improve, we need to do much better, and we need to strike back instantly. And even Andrew Robertson said that we can only apologize and bounce back after this horrendous showing. I actually wanted to read you guys what Andy Robertson said, because I think it's very refreshing as well. He said this: Watford were at it from the start. We took time to get going. We had a couple of good moments, but nowhere near enough for this team. It's a performance that has not been expected for a number of years by the fans, and we can only apologize for this performance. It's up to us to bounce back. Up to this point, it still has been a fantastic season, but today we weren't at the races. We weren't the Liverpool that everyone has watched. It's up to us now to get back to that, because that's the only way we are going to win games and get closer to our targets. And Robertson continued, our message has always been the same. We can't get carried away. Of course, fans are going to get carried away and enjoy the moment we are in. And that's nice for us, because if our fans are enjoying the way we are playing and what we are doing, it means we are doing something right. For us, we know how hard this league is. Today we were hoping to make it only 3 wins away, but we are still 4 wins away from the title, and it's going to be tough, but we believe we can do it. That's up to us to now show that and bounce back against Chelsea in the cup, and then we have got another massive game against Bournemouth. We really need to put in a proper Liverpool performance and show everyone that this was just a blip, and now we are going to crack on and get to where we want to be. Everyone knows where that is, but it's up to us now to show it. And the only positive is that this performance didn't come against Chelsea in the FA Cup, because then we would have been definitely out. In the league, we can afford to lose 1 game. It's not a problem. What is a problem is that Liverpool just weren't up to their usual standards. Even Virgil van Dijk admitted that Watford deserved to win the game. If you look at the game, the chances they created, they stuck to their plan and obviously scored 3 goals. I don't think we created too many big opportunities. And Van Dijk also said, if you concede 3 goals, that's something that we didn't have for quite a while. Obviously we have to improve as a team in total, we will. It's very tough to take this one. The only positive thing might be that we have an FA Cup game in a couple of days, a very good one. The last game was one set piece, one good goal against West Ham that they scored. Today it should be better, obviously, that's clear. But if you look at the whole season, we have been pretty good defensively. Losing hurts, the records are only for the media. We didn't even mention it once, but we keep going. We want to win the next game ahead of us. That's the FA Cup, and then we have Bournemouth at home. We want to strike back. We want to show what we have been doing the whole season. That's the only way forward. The whole season we didn't lose a game like this. They did very well, Watford, but we should have done better. We want to strike back straight away, and we will. So I think that the players know this was just not the performance that everybody expected from Liverpool, including Jurgen Klopp. Klopp said, I think the 3-0 is a bit harsh, but we had a big hand in that, so we don't have to think about that. We have to start with the most important thing, and that is congratulations Watford, well deserved. That is what should be the headline. We didn't perform like we should have, and Watford performed exactly how they wanted. Jurgen Klopp was asked whether Liverpool's unbeaten record being ended is a disappointment for him. Not really, because I don't think you can break records because you want to break records. You break records because you are 100% focused on each step you have to do, whatever record it is, a marathon or whatever. For that you have to perform. The boys performed, and that's why we won the games. But tonight we were just not good enough, and that's not now a plus for me. That I think in history, when they look back in 500 years and will say Liverpool nearly did it, that's not my main concern. You cannot change that, and it was always clear. Sometimes we would lose a game. We didn't wait for it, but it was clear it would happen sooner or later. We didn't think about it, but we knew it would happen, and tonight it happened. Now I see it rather positive, because the closer you come to these records, I'm not bothered. I'm not sure how other people think about it, but so now on we can play free football again. This is very important what Jurgen Klopp said, free football again. We don't have to defend or try to get the record. We can just try to win football games again, and that is what we will do. And this wasn't because of tiredness. All teams have the same lot of games. It's normal in football. Shape is not something that you can take for granted. Form is not something that you can take for granted either. My team, why do we have the amount of points we have? Because we fought against each little feeling in the body. When the concentration level looked like it would drop, we fought against that, against fortune, against everything, and that's why we have the amount of points we have. Other teams do the same, but in this season couldn't get the same amount of points, the other teams. That's because it's so difficult. It's not easy to explain why tonight it didn't happen for us, but it should not be now the biggest sensation in world football that it happened. We play only against teams who fight with all they have for their own targets. Now Watford was really the first team who could really use that. And this is also very interesting. Jurgen Klopp said, I will not criticize my team for this game. I criticize them all the time. We criticize them after the United game, the Leicester game, the Man City game. Criticism is not somebody telling you that you are too silly to play football. Criticism is telling somebody what went wrong and why. That's what we do constantly, and we will not change that now because of this one game. I know maybe a little bit which direction your question goes, but how I said, we win a game, and after the game the boys immediately get a 5-minute summary of what I have seen already and what is still in my mind about the game. Everybody can then leave the dressing room straight because I am not shouting at them. I didn't do it today, I didn't do it after other games, but criticism can happen all the time. We never stopped being critical of ourselves, even though we went 44 game unbeaten. I'm not celebrating a 44 game run. I don't know the number, I'm not interested. I know things like this are really difficult because the boys have to beat everything, each little pain, big time, each voice from the outside, stuff like this, the influence from everywhere. You cannot lose anymore, you cannot do all that stuff. That's the world we live in, so we have to stay on track. What the boys did so far is exceptional, but it is not over. That is the only thing I am interested in. We will go again, I promise 100%, and then we will see where it leads us to. We didn't expect the number of games we won, but we are not that surprised that it's possible because the boys showed last year already a pretty impressive season, but it was never easy, it will never be easy, so now let's carry on. So brilliant interview, great words by Jurgen Klopp, and I think that this shows what a great manager he is. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.